Welcome to Sting Stories, a place to share meaningful stories about God. Today, we will explore a simple but powerful story: how Jesus' sacrifice can cancel your karma. Listen to feel the boundless love and power of forgiveness that will bring peace and serenity to your soul. Wishing you all happiness in life. Part 1. Introduction. Understanding karma and sin. Our lives are a long journey where every action, word, and thought leaves traces. In Eastern philosophy, these traces are called karma, the result of bad deeds, wrong choices, or uncompassionate actions. Karma not only affects the present, but also follows us through many lifetimes, creating a cycle of reincarnation that is not easy to break. We often feel that our mistakes are an inescapable burden. The feelings of guilt, regret, pain, and failure repeat themselves in an endless cycle. But even in the darkness, there is a light that can wipe away all sin and karma. That light is the sacrifice of Jesus, a simple yet powerful act that has the power to break the bonds of sin. Part 2. Jesus, who he is, and the meaning of sacrifice. Jesus, born into a poor family in Bethlehem, lived a humble life filled with divine power. He was not only a teacher and a prophet, but also a savior, one with the mission to abolish human sin. What is remarkable is that Jesus taught not only through his words, but also through his life and death. He chose the path of sacrifice on the cross, an act that seems painful and helpless, but is actually a symbol of unconditional love and absolute forgiveness. It was this death, according to the Bible, that opened the way to the erasure of sin and karma for all who believe in him. This is a simple yet powerful message. Every burden, every sin, every mistake can be cleansed if we accept his love and sacrifice. Part 3. Karma, the wounds in the soul. Karma can be thought of as negative seeds that are planted in the soil of our mind. Every wrong action, every hurtful word, every negative thought creates a seed. If left unchecked, these seeds will grow into suffering, failure, conflict, and unwanted cycles in life. Imagine a person who has been holding a grudge for a long time. This grudge not only affects the mind and emotions, but also creates other bad choices, causing life to repeat the same failures. This is the power of karma. It binds us to the past and makes it difficult to get out of the negative cycle. Part 4. Jesus' sacrifice, the rain that washes away karma. The sacrifice of Jesus can be likened to the rain that washes away those negative seeds. When he died and rose again, he broke the power of sin and karma. It is like sunlight dispelling a thick fog. No matter how thick the fog, the light penetrates and brings freedom. The important thing is, it is not our actions that erase karma, but our faith and acceptance of his love and sacrifice. When we believe in Jesus' sacrifice, all the burden of sin is removed, and negative karma no longer dominates our lives. Part 5. Faith, the key to liberation. God. Faith is the bridge between man and the salvation of Jesus. It doesn't have to be complicated or complicated. It just requires a simple trust. 1. Believe that Jesus died to cancel all sin. 2. Believe that he gives you a chance to start over. 3. Believe that his forgiveness and love surpass all past wrongdoings. Part 6. Comparing self-atonement and accepting sacrifice. When you believe this, karma no longer has the power to dominate your life. It remains as a memory, but no longer a burden. Jesus' sacrifice transforms karma from a heavy bondage into a gentle lesson, helping the soul mature and step into the light of freedom. Many people try to atone for their sins by doing good deeds, repenting, or meditating. While these actions are good, they cannot completely erase karma without faith in the sacrifice of Jesus. The difference is, self-redemption, relying on personal effort, sometimes leads to disappointment, a feeling of not being good enough, and the cycle continues. Receiving the sacrifice of Jesus, relying on love and faith, all burdens are removed and the soul is free. This emphasizes a simple but powerful message. You don't have to be perfect to be saved. Just believe and receive. Part 7. Practical actions in daily life. Faith alone is not enough. It must be demonstrated in daily actions. Living in the light of Jesus includes 1. Forgiving yourself and others, releasing the burdens of the past from your heart. 2. Repairing hurts through words, actions, or positive actions. 3. Living with love, compassion, and humility. Every good action strengthens the power of sacrifice. 4. Prayer and meditation. Stay connected to God, feeling His love and forgiveness every day. Every small step contributes to reducing karma and opening the way to freedom. This is how faith becomes concrete action, giving Jesus' sacrifice real meaning in life. Illustrated by a real-life story, imagine someone who has hurt someone and carried guilt for years. When they believe in and accept Jesus' sacrifice, they begin to forgive themselves. They are no longer bound by the past. They learn to do good, help others, and live with compassion. Step by step, old karma is dissolved, replaced by light, peace, and inner freedom. This is a living proof that Jesus' sacrifice not only erases sins, but also changes people's lives. Jesus' sacrifice not only affected the people of his time, but also transcended all constraints of time and space. This means that every generation, every person can receive salvation. Karma often ties people to their past, but the light of his sacrifice transcends all such bonds, creating an opportunity for anyone, no matter where they live, to be freed. This is a powerful message of God's equality of love and forgiveness. Everyone has a chance to start over, no matter how heavy their past. Illustrated story, From Darkness to Light. Imagine a girl who carries pain from her past, guilt for mistakes she cannot change. She tries to make amends through good deeds, but the heavy feeling still does not go away. One day, she begins to learn about Jesus and his sacrifice. When she sincerely prays and accepts that love, she feels an unprecedented relief. The karma does not disappear completely, but its power is broken. From then on, she lives with a more open heart, forgives herself and others, and spreads the light of love in her life. This is proof that faith and the sacrifice of Jesus can truly change lives, turning suffering into opportunities to grow and help others. Part 8. Sin and Karma. Two parallel concepts. In Christianity, sin is seen as a separation from God. In Eastern philosophy, karma is the result of wrongdoing. Though worded differently, both reflect a burden that humans cannot escape on their own. Jesus is the connecting point. He comes to dissolve both sin and karma, bringing total freedom. Part 9. Daily Practice. Turning beliefs into actions. Belief in sacrifice alone is not enough. For karma to truly be reduced, faith must be expressed in daily life. Some ways to practice. Pray every day, connect with God, feel love and forgiveness. Record positive actions. Do one good deed every day, no matter how small, to spread the light of love. Practice forgiveness. Forgive yourself and others. Free your heart from heaviness. Reflect on your actions. Ask yourself, does this action radiate love? And adjust to God's light. These actions turn faith into practical power, helping karma to be gradually purified, while making life lighter and happier. Part 10. Unconditional Love, the Essence of Sacrifice. Jesus' sacrifice is an expression of unconditional love. He did not single anyone out because he was perfect, nor did he exclude anyone because of sin, but loved everyone. This unconditional love is the power to break karma. When you believe and accept that love, you learn to love yourself even when you make mistakes. You learn to love others, even when they hurt you. You experience true freedom, freedom from the burden of the past and guilt. This is the core of the simple but powerful message. You don't need to be perfect to be forgiven. Just open your heart and receive love. Part 11. Journey of Living in the Light. Turning karma into opportunity. Ultimately, faith in Jesus' sacrifice not only erases karma, but also turns every difficulty into an opportunity. When you live in his light, you see trials as lessons, not punishments. You see every suffering as an opportunity to grow and cultivate compassion. You live with a positive spirit, spreading light to others. Karma, instead of being a burden, becomes a ladder to spiritual freedom, helping you move closer to a full, peaceful, and loving life. Part 12. Hope and Despair. We all go through times in our lives when we feel hopeless, failure, loss, or overwhelming guilt. Karma can keep our souls locked in darkness. Jesus' sacrifice brings hope in despair. When you believe in Him, even when you feel like there is no way out, the light of forgiveness shines through. This is a powerful message. There is no darkness so deep that God's love and sacrifice cannot penetrate. Part 13. Forgiveness, Soul Liberation and Karma. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful tools for freeing the soul from karma. When you forgive, you let go of the past, lightening the burden on your soul. You learn to understand and sympathize, creating positive energy. You open the door for Jesus' sacrifice to have a deeper impact in your life. Forgiveness is not just a word, but an inner transformation where you let God's light and unconditional love heal all wounds. Part 14. The Power of Prayer and Meditation. Prayer and meditation help us connect with God and His sacrifice. Through these moments of silence, you feel forgiveness and love spread. You see clearly the actions, thoughts, and karma that still exist in your mind. You realize a new direction to live more positively and spread love. This is how faith becomes practice, making every daily action a vehicle to clear karma and grow spiritually. Part 15. Spreading the Light, Living like Jesus. Belief in sacrifice alone is not enough. It must be demonstrated through action. Living in the light of Jesus means helping others, even in the smallest way, resolving conflicts, keeping an open heart, inspiring others to believe in forgiveness and unconditional love. Every good deed is another step toward breaking the cycle of karma, not only for yourself, but for those around you. Part 16. True Freedom, the Ultimate Goal. When you accept the sacrifice of Jesus, faith and action combine, you experience true freedom. No longer bound by the past, no longer afraid of the future. The soul lives in peace, love, and light. This freedom is the ultimate purpose of sacrifice, not only to free oneself from karma, but also to help one grow spiritually and live fully. Part 17. Conclusion. Simple but powerful. The sacrifice of Jesus is a simple yet powerful message. Nothing is too heavy to be forgiven. Karma may exist, but by believing and accepting His sacrifice, you can be freed from it, step into the light of freedom, and live a life filled with love, hope, and peace. Remember, simple is believing, powerful is living in that light. No complicated rituals or extravagant actions are needed. Just believe and accept. The sacrifice of Jesus is enough to erase all karma and open the way to a new life. Thank you for following today's story. Hope you have felt the great love and sacrifice of Jesus, who can remove all burdens and bring you true peace. If you find it meaningful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to accompany us in the next stories. Wishing you and your family always full of blessings and hope from God. See you again.